When I say close friends, this person has actually become one of my closest friends and one of my favorite people probably in the world.
You're my brother.
Like a sister. Sammy D. Williams has a band called Grrlz Will Be BoiZ, and it's a local all-girl, all-lesbian band. And you know, I'd heard the music and I'd listened to it, and it was cool and it was fine. But when I really dug into who these women were and what they have been through as human beings and how they came together and what they chose to do with that experience and what they chose to do with that music, it was inspiring. They seek out venues to give their music freely for organizations who are fighting for things like stopping teen suicide and making sure that kids have places like Out Youth, making sure that activists have funding to train and things like that. Anyway, Sammy D. Williams, without further ado, please come up and know that we love you.
Wow. Okay, and I've been crying this whole time, and I'm so amazed at the strength of the men who have spoken today, because I've been a victim of violent crime, not a hate crime, but violent crime, and I don't think I would have had the composure, especially just a couple of weeks later, so I'm really impressed, so yeah. And I learned my lesson about my papers flapping around last time, so I've put this on my phone. Michael asked me to come and speak here today about a week or so ago, and initially I had no idea what I was going to say. I don't do violence well, and so hate and violence are not what I'm going to talk about. I decided that I would start with the two words that I say most to this community, my community, and go from there. Much love. That's how we sign off everything. Much love, because it's what I felt when I came out to family and to friends. I was lucky. And when I came out to this community in this city the way it was supposed to be 8.5 years ago. Much love, because it's what keeps me going when things are tough. Much love, because it's what brought our musical family together, and it's what we try to convey in everything we play, everything we say, everything we do, whether we're on stage or not. And Michael's right. I mean, we must have raised 6 times as much for nonprofits and charities this year than we did for ourselves, because it means more to us. You're our family. Know that. When we say much love, it's not BS. Much love, because it's what made it possible for people like Michael and Tiffany Bishop to convince me that I could pick up a microphone when there was no music playing. This isn't easy for me. And it doesn't seem like much to say much love, but it's where we need to start when things like this happen. And honestly, it's where we need to start when nothing at all is happening. Much love and community, they're not something that we need to reserve for a pride celebration or an anti-hate rally or t-shirt slogans. It has to be real. Putting our own differences aside within our community, that needs to be real. And coming together needs to be real, even when we don't have some lightning rod of violence to bring us together. Much love, because it's our best foundation. And I see it here today, and we need to build from there. When I was in 7th grade, I went to Catholic school. It's okay, I'm over it. And Father Resmas, who was like one of the only priests that I really dug, he told us a story one day when some kids were starting to fall victim to bullying. He never used the word bully. He never used the word bullying. He said that there are 2 ways to build the tallest building in town. You can spare no expense and hire the best architect, the best engineers, and have them design the best plan. You can again spare no expense and hire the best workers and get all the best materials. You can take your time, you can follow that plan to the letter, you can work really hard, and you can truly build the tallest building in town. Or you can throw up any old shoddy shack and run around tearing all the other buildings down. And it breaks my heart that this community in Austin works so hard so hard, so much time and energy and effort into building ourselves up, to have those shoddy shacks come in all the time and try to take us down. But what they don't realize is that we are not shacks. Much love is our foundation, much love is our plan, much love is our workers, much love is what we do to continue standing tall. And that is why I love the LGBTQ community in this city, and I'll do anything for it. This summer we saw a number of other attacks on members of our community in Texas, and even though I knew none of them, every attack tore at my soul, at our souls. Our bassist worked together with Michael to put together a visual for Molly and Christine. We do whatever we can to, to show that love. And I thought, this time we need to do something. Not just rage, not just demonstrate, but to act. And then, of course, I'm like, who am I and what am I capable of? And then a really close friend of ours, one of our bar backs, the bar where we do our residency, she takes care of us. It's like a mother hen having a decent bar back when you have a residency. She was attacked on 6th Street here in Austin toward the end of the summer. And the first thing I thought is that I'm going to wrap the whole community up in a blanket. Screw it, I'm done. But I realized that we can't live that way. So I remembered Victim Services when I was 21 and I was attacked, sending me to self-defense classes. And I thought, at least it's a start. And this way, I don't have to do anything other than reach out to the right people in our community and the right allies, people with whom we already stand tall together. So I'm asking you 2 things. 1, please watch the Facebook pages for Rusty's, for Get Equal Texas, for Sun Dragon Martial Arts, and for our band, Grrlz Will Be BoiZ, in the coming weeks. And learn about these self-defense classes. I have cards on me if you want to grab them before you go. So does my partner, Amy. She's right there. She's my guitar player, too. It doesn't solve everything, but it is a start. And you are also our architects. You are also our engineers. You are also our workers. And the best material you have is the love you have for your community. You have a plan. And you know you do. You have your own ideas. You have your own way that you would do things to make our community stronger, to make it safer, to make it stand taller. There are people here today. Chuck's here. I don't know where he went. But Chuck's here, and Michael's here, and communities like, organizations like Get Equal and Equality Texas and HRC and whatever. They're so active in your community. Please think about reaching out, about joining, about sharing your ideas on how we can all make it better together. I didn't think of myself as, I still don't think of myself as a leader or an organizer or an activist even a year or 2 ago. I'm a freaking rock star. I'm still waiting for the music to kick in. I don't really think I'm any of those things now, but I'm a contributing member of this community. And so are you. And if you start now, we can continue to stand tall together. Screw the shoddy shacks.